Hello, glad you could stop by. If you are new here, my name is Chris. I am a part-time reseller on eBay. This is going to be a sales video. Now, first of all, I need to make a couple of announcements. Well, it's one big announcement and there's some like side stuff that goes with it. So, you haven't seen my face for a while. I haven't really been posting very many regular videos. I've been busy. And by busy, I mean that I'm now officially a dad to a little lad called Felix. He's doing really well. My wife's doing really well as well. Sort of just adapting to his requirements and his needs. So that's why the YouTube videos haven't been as frequent as they once were, nor have my sourcing trips been frequent, non-existent. I haven't been going to that many car boot sales because he is now the primary focus of my life. Still got my full-time job, still trying to do that in between looking after him. But yeah, it's been a massive lifestyle change and I wouldn't change it for the better. But that does mean that obviously reselling, eBay, YouTube has taken a bit of a back foot. But with that out of the way, let's get into some sales. eBay sales haven't been too bad for me over the last month. I'm going to try and keep these videos to once a month now. I was a little bit out of sync with the months. Now at the start of May, I can sort of focus on the last month's sales and then do a monthly video rather than like every 2 or 3 weeks, because I don't want the sales videos becoming too sort of overwhelming on the channel. So that being said, I'm going to keep the sort of format the same. I'll show you what's sold. I won't show you everything. I'll show you a nice sort of selection of stuff, low value, high value. I think I've got a couple of things that I've sold for over 100, at least one, so I'll make sure to include that. But yeah, on the whole, just sort of the whole spectrum of the sort of things I sell on my eBay shop. As I said, I haven't been picking up too much recently. A couple of charity shop visits when I've been down to the post office in my local town, but apart from that, not a huge amount. But given what I've got and given the backlog I've got, that just occupies this room, that really isn't a bad thing. I really need to slim down my sort of sourcing habits even more just to clear some of this backlog. And as we know with eBay, if you sell on it, some days you might sell loads, other days you might sell zilch, as I found on a couple of occasions. Anyway, enough waffle, let's get into some sales covering the month of April. Okay, let's start off with some Diecast sales. Sold this CQ Mercedes-Benz Sprinter in DHL livery, one from the personal collection. Don't think I paid more than sort of 50p for it at a car boot sale. That's gone for £11 plus postage. I sold this Maxi Car Alfa Romeo Spider Duetto, 1/43 scale. I remember buying this in Poundland, like probably 15 years ago. Bizarre what the memory remembers. £10 plus postage it's gone for on the GSP, I believe, over to Italy. This one could have done better, but the box was absolutely trashed. So this is a vintage Hot Wheels Sizzlers track piece. Sizzlers is one of the sort of original Hot Wheels like spin-off lines. Basically it used cars that had motors in. You sort of charge them up, almost like battery powered cars, kind of like Scalextrics but without the sort of electric current going through the track. Anyway, I digress. This is the Speed Brake and S's pack. Knackered box, but it still had the original price tag and it had like shillings and stuff on it. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, that's gone for £17.50 plus postage on the GSP over to France. Sold my last iPod, at least my last faulty iPod. I found this, I was just doing some sorting out and I found it in a little tub. This is a 80GB 5th gen video iPod. Quite thick actually. I was surprised how thick the unit was, probably to compensate for the larger hard drive. That's gone for £35 plus postage. It was knackered. I think the hard drive had failed because it would like vibrate in my hand. Really strange. But people mod these, they can replace the hard drive, replace the screens. There's a huge market for older iPods, like modifying them, bringing them up to sort of modern standards. So yeah, hopefully that'll be given a new lease of life. There's a trend here actually. There's a lot of sort of personal stuff I'm just getting rid of. Yes, I've got to pay tax on it. That's a bit annoying given that it's been in my sort of personal possession. I haven't bought it to resell, but I have sold it for a lot more than I paid for it, so it kind of makes sense. Case in point, this is a Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition strategy guide. Wouldn't have paid more than a couple of quid, maybe at a car boot sale or a charity shop. I can't really remember. I played the game, didn't complete it, but I got through quite a lot of it. Books helped me out a lot. That's gone for £28 plus postage. So strategy guides, a lot of them are just not worth anything. But this one was, so yeah, keep an eye out for that. Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition, really thick book. And what I will say is, I literally just wrapped it up in, I think I put some bubble wrap in and stuck it in a poly mailer. I think it came in at 1.93 kilograms, so it's just under the Royal Mail 2 kilogram threshold. And the cashier said, "You got lucky with that one." I was like, yeah, I was, because yeah, it's really close to the threshold, but just bear in mind with larger books. And actually, on a similar note, I sold this Fallout New Vegas, again, sequel in the franchise. This is the collector's edition hardback strategy guide. So not the Game of the Year edition, just sort of regular game, but the collector's edition book. This one's a lot more sought after. This has gone for £40 plus postage. And again, I don't think I would have paid more than a couple of quid, maybe 3 or 4, say, wherever I got it from. Yeah, 40 quid plus postage. Comes with a map. That's quite crucial that it comes with the map. And it's a limited edition, although it's not limited to that lower number. It's sort of like, I don't know, 40,000. But anyway, that's the one to be looking out for. The hardback Fallout New Vegas collector's edition guide. 40 quid plus postage. Nice. Again, loads of personal stuff. These are 2 Burago Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Roadsters. Again, I don't know how much I paid for these. I've had these for yonks and yonks and yonks. One of them was missing its windscreen. Made this very clear in the description. The pair of them have gone for £25 plus postage. Sold my last pair of Tommy jeans. I picked these up in a charity shop nearby. I think I paid £4.50 for these, something like that. Had them up for £25. Someone offered me 22, and I just accepted it. You could probably hold out for more with these, but there are so many on eBay. It's saturated. To get £22 from £4.50, take that all day long. Sticking with the jeans theme, this is a pair of Diesel Darren jeans. Width 38, length 34, so really nice size. I think I want to say I paid £7 for these. I think I had them up for 35. Someone offered me a £5 off. That didn't make any sense. Someone offered me 30. I think they've been listed for about a month, so I was happy to knock a £5 off. Just about 4 times my initial investment. And they've gone on the GSP over to America, so I think they would have paid about 55 quid to get them over there. So, but they left positive feedback, so it's all good. Oh my goodness, I featured these in a previous sales video after selling them, or after having sold them twice already, and I can confirm it has been 30 days since these were sold. Just about. These Polo Shirt yachting chinos, brand new with tags, paid 15 quid for them in a charity shop far too long ago. £50 plus postage, which sounds like an okay return, but given they've been returned twice, and that means I've paid out for postage twice, so ultimately I'm probably just about breaking even once all is said and done. Oh no, I'm probably making a bit of profit, maybe like a tenner. But oh my goodness me, lesson learnt with these: always measure your trousers. Doesn't matter what the tag says, doesn't matter what the label says, always measure them. And if it says they're a 32 and they come up as like a 31, make sure you put in the title or description 31, because people will grumble and return if they don't fit correctly. The biggest bugbear of selling clothing is that people think they're a different size to what they are. They'll either blame the garment or you for not measuring it properly, when in fact they've just eaten too many pies. That's what I found anyway. But anyway, glad to see these gone. Glad to see them finally sell and stay in their new home. So, whew, relief. Another model. This is a Subaru Impreza WRX STI. Boxed. Box has been open though, so I couldn't really tell it as new. Don't know what I would pay for this. 6-7 quid, but like ages ago I would have bought it myself. £22 plus postage. I think I had it up for 25, so not a couple of quid off. No problem. Now, Jack Wolfskin. Jack Wolfskin is a brand that should do so much better than it does. Bought this fleece in a charity shop a couple of months ago. Had it up for £20, and it just sat. And it sat. And it sat. And it sat. Somebody offered me £16 for it, and I accepted it without thinking. I don't know what it is about certain outdoor brands. Jack Wolfskin's one of them. There are others, but it's a really good quality brand. It's up there with Berghaus, up there with North Face, but for some reason it just doesn't sell that well. It's not like Columbia, where, you know, wholesale people, dealers have bales of the stuff and the market is absolutely saturated. There aren't too many on there. There just isn't really a demand for them, so I would pick it up again, but I'm going to be very careful about what I pay for it, because I might be waiting a while for it to sell. Sold a couple more Biragos. So these are both 124 scale, so sort of yay big. I believe these are both model kits. You know, they sort of come disassembled and you put them together. So we've got a Ferrari 512 BB, Berlin Letterboxer, and a Porsche Kramer 935 sort of racing car. Actually, they're kind of like both racing cars, to be fair. The Ferrari has some very interesting aero additions. Same buyer bought both of these, £14 and £15 respectively, plus postage. I think I had them up for sort of 18 each. There were a couple of flaws, so bear that in mind. Only required one box, one lot of like packaging materials. I thought I'll knock a few quid off. Happy days. I saw some Supercar shoes. These are a bit different. These had a much thicker sole to them. I think they're called the platform, but flat obviously. These did have quite a big sort of rip in the back. Made it very clear in the listing. They've gone for £15 plus postage. Saw another model. This is the sort of brand that typically doesn't sell well, but because this car in particular is such an unusual sort of model to make in diecast form, it sells a lot better. So this is a Motormax Peugeot 407 silhouette, kind of like a racing car based on the Peugeot 407, like a sort of family saloon from the early 2000s. £30 plus postage. Pretty good. I think I had it up for 40 and someone offered me 30 and I took it because I wasn't quite sure how to price it. Sticking with the cars, I sold a lot of cars this month. So this was from a charity shop. This is a Chrysler Crossfire dealership model special by Racing Champions. It came with a little card saying this is from the launch event of the Chrysler Crossfire. I'll put a picture in here. It's like a little sports car based on the Mercedes SLK from the early 2000s. £12.50 plus postage. Had it up for 15. Only paid £2.50 for it. Someone offered me £12.50. I looked on their profile and actually they had a load of Chrysler Crossfire parts for sale. So I think they were an enthusiast. So I thought, do you know what? Bear that in mind. They can have that for £2.50 because £2.50. They can have that for £12.50 because yeah, I know it's going to a good home, and I thought it is quite a niche model, so more than happy with that. 5 times my investment. Ooh, weird fish. I'm being very, very careful picking up weird fish now. I think the market is saturated. Stuff isn't selling as well as it once was. This did okay. I can't remember what I paid for it. This is a women's heavyweight cotton striped. What is it? A quarter zip. Sorry, I had to check on my phone. Quarter zip top. I think I would have paid like £4, something like that. It's gone for £15 plus postage. Taking it an age to sell. Still a little bit of profit there, but yeah, I think I'm going to hit weird fish on the head. I just don't think it's worth my time investing in it, even for like a couple of quid, because there's so much on there. Yeah, it's a saturated market. It is now a saturated market, so I think I'm gonna just pass by weird fish now. Saw some hotters though, some hotter shoes. Another thing that's very saturated on eBay. I rarely pick up hotters now. You see them quite often. They're usually priced up in charity shops. I don't know if they do corporate donations to charity shops, but they're usually often in really good condition. I've bought a couple of pairs more recently for like a couple of quid, but they just sit there for ages. Unless you can get a really desirable style, and a nice colour and a good size. You're quite specific there. I just don't think they just don't sell too well for me. Might be different for you, but from my personal experience, they're just not that great. But these were a bit different. These were a pair of GoreTex Hot and Mist walking shoes. They were a UK size 6.5, so a nice women's size. They've gone for £30 plus postage. I think I paid no more than a £5 for them in a charity shop. I think I had them up for 35. Really sort of held out for a higher price because they're in such good condition. Someone offered me 30 and I thought that's absolutely fine. So yeah, 5 into 30. Took a while to sell. But that is a style of hot I will continue to pick up just because of that GoreTex nature. Do love my GoreTex. AC/DC t-shirt. Yeah, sold some band merch. Love it. I find band merch, actually, if you've watched my recent videos, I just love picking it up. It does take a while to sell though, quite often, because you're looking for that niche buyer that's interested in that band or artist, wants it in that size, wants to pay the amount I'm obviously asking. Obviously AC/DC, massive rock band, huge following. This was a tour shirt from, I believe, 2015, just checking. Rock or bust, only a size medium, I think I paid £2.25 for that one, half price in the shop. That's gone £15 plus postage. So this Monster Jam, oh, do you know what? This has got such a big name. I'm going to have to look at my phone. So, here we go. Monster Jam, Monster Mutt, Dalmatian, Zombie Invasion Truck. Yes, that's what that is anyway. I only paid £1 for this in a charity shop. I think I had up for 13 quid plus postage. Priced it like pretty high compared to what sold for. That makes sense. Someone offered me a tenner. I think I said meet in the middle, and they took it. £11.50 plus postage. This was after about 12 or so offers of low balls, people not countering, that sort of thing. So yeah, £11.50 plus postage, lovely condition. Off he goes. Another personal sale. I was a bit gutted to get rid of this, but it just doesn't fit in with my sort of collecting habits and where I want to take my diecast collection. Basically because it doesn't roll very well. So this is a vintage Matchbox Leslie Volkswagen Beetle. Dates from the sort of early 1960s. Lovely condition for age. Still has the opening boot lid, deck lid on the rear, sorry. Grey wheels, bit of rust on the axles, but nothing to write home about. That's one for £30 plus postage on the GSP over to America. So really happy with that sale. These like old school Leslies, there's really strong collector following. Excuse me. But they have to be in good condition because there are so many out there that are just knackered. The condition is everything with these little things because collectors want the best models they can. It wasn't mint. Mint in box. This can go for crazy money. I'll put like a screenshot here. But 30 quid, more than happy with that. So these were a charity shop find fairly recently. A pair of Adidas Kaiser 5 leather football boots. Size 8. Nope, size 8.5. Paid a £5 for these in a charity shop, and they've gone for £35 plus postage. So really happy with that. So I think I'm up for 40. Someone offered me 30. Counted it, me in the middle. Job done. Just checking. Note they are staying in this country. Had a fair few offers from Europe, so Italy, France. Obviously not Germany because that's not on my Sensi list because of their packaging laws. Their loss. But yeah, £35 plus postage. Weren't in the best condition, but I said I gave them a good polish, scrubbed them up, got them looking as good as they could, and yeah, they've gone to the new home. I think they've left positive feedback too, so we are all good. We're all good. Oh, this is what I'm not picking up again. Oh my goodness me. As you might know, I don't really pick up board games very much because they're a bit of a faff because they're usually not complete. This was complete, and I heard good things about this, and it's let me down big time. Only paid £2 for it. This is Atmosphere with the VHS. So interactive board game. You put the VHS in your VHS player and some dude appears on the screen and acts all spooky. Only gone for a tenner plus postage. And it had to go every as well. So that involves me sort of trekking across to the nearest every shop. Nah. Yeah. And it was complete. So it would say, I'm glad it was complete. But just what a faff. What a pain. Not picking that up again. Some board games can sell well, most of them in my opinion don't, and they take up a lot of room, and nah, no, not doing that again. Sold another model. So I have been culling my larger scale models just because I just haven't got the room to display them. So I've just sat in boxes, not even gathering dust, sat in boxes out of sight, out of mind, and I'm thinking, well, I'd rather let them go to a home where they're going to be enjoyed, displayed, whatever, you know? So this is a Maisto Mercedes-Benz CLK DTM D2 racing car from the German Touring Car Championship. Okay, big scale, 1/18. That's one for £25 plus postage. Sort of video game, only for a £5 though. Rayman Hoodlum Havoc with the holographic cover. Sorry, Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc with the holographic cover. £5 all in. Sold some Levi's. These are a pair of Levi's 511s. I believe I picked these up from a charity shop as well, actually, recently. I think I paid £5 or £6 for them. They've gone for £22 plus postage. Not a great return. They didn't take that long to sell, maybe a couple of days. So maybe, again, probably could have held out for more. But given the volume of them on eBay versus, you know, for a couple of quid difference, I'm happy to see them gone. There's also some Skechers. Again, another brand that doesn't do as well as I thought it would. I think, again, because there are so many on there, people tend to buy them new because there's often like discounts for new Skechers. These are a pair of size 10, I believe, leather Skechers outdoor lifestyle flip-flops. They've gone for, I've forgotten, £19 plus postage. I think I had them up for 23. probably a bit optimistic. Happy with 19. At the door they go. This is sale of the month for sure. So I believe I bought this from a car boot sale last year. I did. Jog the memory. I believe I paid £15 from it. Kind of like a dealer guy. I remember it was on the floor. It wasn't like hung up or anything. I thought it was a wet day. I thought there's no way to treat a leather like a biker jacket. Picked it up and I saw it had a BMW logo on it. I thought that's interesting. Under the zip and saw it was made by Shuffle, which is a high-end German, typically like outdoor manufacturer of goods. I was like, that's crazy. I obviously asked the guy how much it was. 15 quid. Didn't even argue. Paid the money. Off I went. Now it's taken a while to sell. I think it's taken 4 or 5 months to sell, but it's finally sold. £130 plus postage, and it's going on the GSP over to the States. So yeah, some things are worth holding out for the full price. Again, I think I had it for 150 initially, and then obviously dropped the price, and then somebody swooped in and took it for 130. So fantastic return. Items like that I want to hold out for a good price, whereas lower price stuff I'm happy to accept 3 or 5 or whatever pounds off, because I know with the really niche sort of sought after items there will be a buyer for it, whereas other stuff they're more plentiful, so there's more competition. And that kind of makes some sort of sense. So yeah, really happy with that. Easily sale of the month, and hopefully it's gone to a good home. So a Jules polo shirt, I won't be picking this up again. I think I only paid £2.50 for it, but it's only gone for a tenner plus postage. It was a pretty small size, but I just thought the style and the embroidery would have sort of made it stand out a bit from the crowd. It didn't. I'll be avoiding that one. Sold some Mayors though. These are a pair of Mayors chino trousers. They're before the Mayors gave their trousers names. They are just literally like dark grey chinos. So waist 40, leg 34. So proper big and tall size. I think I paid £3 for these in an Oxfam, of all places. £17.50 plus postage. Another surprise, sold some North Face. This is a North Face women's pink pullover hoodie. Paid £2 for this at a car boot sale. That's gone for £20 plus postage. And to be fair, it didn't take too long to sell. I think with North Face, well, I know from experience, the sort of lifestyle, if you know what I mean, stuff sells a lot better on the whole than the more sort of outdoorsy traditional North Face stuff. I've had more luck selling North Face hoodies and that sort of thing, sweatshirts, than fleeces. Go figure. That's where the clientele is currently. But so yeah, I'll bet that mine going forward. But yeah, from £2, 10x, happy days. So we've gone from the high end motorcycle jacket to the lower end. Won't be picking this up again. This is an Oxford Estoril, what is it called? 2.0 textile motorcycle jacket. Do avoid textile jackets on the whole. They just don't do as well as leather ones. Paid a tenner for this at a car boot sale based on the fact that it was in fantastic condition. I'd heard of Oxford. They do sort of like motorcycle covers and like locks and stuff. Yeah, 30 quid plus postage, and it's taken nearly a year to sell as well. So I'll be avoiding that going forward. But yeah, good to see it gone. Another shock, sold a Ralph Lauren polo shirt and it sold the same day. Not quite sure what's happened. So this is a proper striper. It's Ralph Lauren striped polo shirt. Orange, size large, paid £3 for this in the charity shop. And it, what did it go for? Went for £16 plus postage. And yeah, it sold within a couple of hours. Boggles the mind. I guess the buyer just really wanted an orange with blue and white striped polo shirt in size large. I've got no other explanation. It wasn't particularly old. It was in good condition, but it wasn't like a sort of standout piece. I've struggled to sell more elaborate polo Ralph Lauren shirts than that for less. So, go figure. I mean, it was a miracle. Miraculous sale. Picked these up in a charity shop not too long ago in Exeter. Pair of Mountain Hardware ladies outdoor walking trousers. Aren't the zip-off ones, like full length. It's one piece. Paid £4 for these, I believe, and they've gone for £18 plus postage. Here's a tale of when sometimes the comps can lie to you, or you can just make the comps yourself. So these are a pair of Koala Bay leather, like platform sandally flip-flops. What did I call them? No, I called them buckle strap leather sliders. There we go, obviously sold them. I paid £1.50 for these in a charity shop, and I think I did a little cheeky check in the shop, and the comps were rubbish. But the quality of them, the material composition, I just felt they had merit. So if it's £1.50, I'm going to buy them and see how well they do. Well, they sold for £13 plus postage. So from £1.50, that's pretty good. So sometimes, if you find an item and you think, I think this might have promise, you might look at the comps on eBay and go, ooh, the comps aren't looking too good. If the price point's low enough, just give it a go. Give it a good description. Make sure the photos are really good. Give it a good title. Promote it. And you might be surprised. Now, I'm not saying that's going to apply again. I'm not saying that's going to happen the next time. But I was really happy with that sale. Like, probably the happiest of most of the sales this month. Because I defied what eBay presented to me when I was doing some research. So, again, miracles can happen, I guess. These were funny. So this is a pair of Spoke Sharps Build, just checking, a men's cotton sort of like chino trousers. Hadn't heard of Spoke before. Picked these up in a local charity shop. I think I paid £4 for them, £3 or £4, can't quite remember. They've gone for £25 plus postage. Had so many lowball offers on these, like just so many, just like bizarrely so. I think I had them up for 30 for the longest time. Offers of like 5, 6, 7. Thinking, where do these people live? Where are they called out from? Somebody with a brain finally offered me £25 plus postage, and I accepted. Again, you could probably hold out for more if you wanted to, but I paid what, £3 or £4 to 25. More than happy with that. And off they went. Now, if you would have seen my what would it have been? Was it 2 videos ago? I bought the fake Nike Air Force Ones from a charity shop in Exeter. Idiot, absolute idiot. Well, I bought some Polo Ralph Lauren shorts at the same time. Fortunately, they have sold and compensated for the £6 that I wasted, albeit learned a valuable lesson, on those Air Force Ones. So these are some Polo Ralph Lauren, I think they're called the Phillip shorts, 100% cotton, 40 waist, so nice big size. They've gone for £17.50 plus postage, so minus tax, minus the fees, from £3.50, I think I made about sort of £8 profit, something like that. Covers the £6 with a little token gesture of profit too. So, relief. This has got a poignant sale. This is a Cotton Traders Rugby World Cup kind of like polo shirt with the flags of all different competing nations. I don't know how old it is. I don't think it's particularly old. But yeah, just a really cool design. Rugby World Cup's coming up in September, I believe, in France. But this has gone on the GSP over to Italy, £17.50 plus postage, I believe. I don't think I've ever paid more than £3 for it, so happy with that. Boutjen, or however you pronounce it. This is a merino cashmere long line cardigan. Paid, I think I paid £4.50 for this in the charity shop. That's gone for £24 plus postage. Sold these Birkenstocks, but they're not actually Birkenstocks. They're called Betula, like a sort of diffusion line. I think I paid £4.50, something like that for these. I find that with Birkenstocks and their sort of compatriots, the more straps there are, the better they do. So these have gone for £25 plus postage. That was full price, fortunately. But I have sold a similar pair for, I think they went for £40, just because they have more straps and there's more going on. So yeah, Birkenstocks, the high number of straps and sort of features that they do. But they, £25 from £4.50. More than happy with that. Oh, dude, this t-shirt. This t-shirt. Sad to see it go. This is a vintage Flintstones Bedrock Blues graphic print t-shirt. It's got Fred Flintstone on the front, standing with the jukebox, a la sort of George Michael-esque. I think I paid £4 for this in a charity shop. I thought it would do really well. I thought this was going to be like a £40 t-shirt. It's gone for £24 plus postage on the GSP. Back to where it was made. America. It had so much merit, but honestly I think this was the first offer I'd received. And normally you think you don't accept the first offer, but it had been listed for 8 months, so obviously the demand for this t-shirt is pretty low, and I just thought, you know what, I'd rather just get it gone. So yeah, older like single stitch tees, I think unless the design, unless somebody really likes the design and stuff, they can be quite a hard sell. So £24 from £4, more than happy with that. I just thought it would do a bit better. I don't know, I had high hopes for it. Never mind. Sold some FootJoys though. Picked these up for £1. You'll see this in an upcoming video. Spoiler alert. From a charity shop, of all places. These are a pair of FootJoy Contour Series leather golf shoes. Not the best condition, but the plastic studs at the bottom are in good condition. A couple of like scuffs to the leather, but nothing like overly bad. £20 plus postage. Sold another PS2 game. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! What's that called? Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force Evolution. Never played it. Bought it. Never played it. £30 all in. Yes. Remember those Velabraquin? However you pronounce it. Shorts I picked up a couple of videos ago for £3 in the charity shop. They've sold £55 plus postage. Nice. And again, I had so many lowball offers on these. Wasn't even funny. Anyway, finally sold. I think they're going up country somewhere. £55 plus postage. And the guys, oh, that's it. I got a message. Oh, after they were paid, right? Bit of a tangent. After they paid, I think they paid on a Saturday or something. I'd already been to the post office the day before. And they said, oh, I need these by a date. I'm thinking, oh, geez, I have to go in earlier than my dispatch date allows in order to get them to them before they go on holiday. Why do people do that? Why would you message me beforehand asking if I can do that? Because it's such a high sale, I didn't want to lose the sale. High value sale, sorry. I didn't want to lose the sale. If it was a low value item, I probably would have gone, hang on, I've got a 3-day dispatch date or time. You know, you need to abide by that. People can be funny, can't they? But anyway, it's gone. Happy days. Napa PG. Napa PG Geographic. This is a ladies size extra small, but it was quite an oversized fit. Kind of like a Vimto purple coloured hoodie. Nice embroidered logo and flag on the front. I think I paid £6 for this as a bit of an experiment in a charity shop. And that's gone for £22.50 plus postage. But I don't think it took more than a couple of days to sell. So that's fine. So at least I now know what sort of price point they sell at. And I'll be able to take that knowledge and move forward with it. Right, a couple more things. Sold this Disney... Hang on, just checking. This is a Disney embroidered 100% cotton long sleeve shirt. This is pretty cool. The design had like Winnie the Pooh on it and Tigger and Eeyore in like a weird umbrella thing. I'll put the picture in here. £20 plus postage. And I think I paid £3 for that. So that's pretty good. Has taken a while to sell though. Has taken a long time to sell. I thought being Disney and being a cool designer would fly out, but nah, wasn't to be. These are some Timberland men's khaki shorts, width 32, paid £2.50, £15 plus postage. And those shorts include April sale. So on the whole, yeah, it's been a pretty good month. So really happy with that biker jacket sale. Not the £30 one, not one £30 one. Yeah, nice variety of things. A lot of personal stuff actually. Going through that sort of the backlog. Going through that list, I hadn't realised how many personal items I have sold. Being a business seller, as I said before, it does mean you have to pay tax on personal things. And I guess this is where like sites like Vinted come in. You can sell your personal stuff and not pay tax or fees. But eBay's still my best seller, and people are more prepared to pay more on eBay. I found with Vinted, people always want everything for £1, and I just don't find it as enjoyable to sell on Vinted. Maybe I'm approaching it in the wrong way, I don't know, but for me, despite eBay's flaws, it's still very much first and foremost my preferred selling platform. So hopefully those sales mean something to you. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Hopefully you've learned something from my waffling. It's probably going to be quite a long video, to be honest. I've had quite a few sales to get through. So there's a little spiel at the start. Going forward, the videos aren't going to be as frequent. Obviously, I've got more, higher priorities now in other areas. I do have another sourcing video that I've edited that should be coming out at some point. After that, I'm not quite sure. I have been to a couple of car boot sales this year. The weather has been pretty crap on the whole, actually. So I haven't missed too much since Felix was born. Not that I wanted to go anyway, because I wanted to help my wife out. But yeah, I think going forward I will try and film at car boot sales, because I don't think I'm going to have the chance to go to charity shops as frequently as I was. But we'll see. we'll see what happens. So thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this, please do like, comment and subscribe, and until the next one, which I said should be a sorting video, take care and I will see you soon. Goodbye.